Welcome back this week. We are gonna have a busy week. We only have a couple days again because I've got another short week, but there was a couple things I wanted to clarify because of some of the outreaches that I've had. The Brooks Hotel, the restaurant, and the lounge are all fully open. We are open 7 to 2 every day in the restaurant, 6 to 2 in the summer, and our lounge is open every night. So we're not holding out. You know, with this whole project from the very beginning, coming in during COVID and no investors, nothing like that, there was not a lot of money to work with. I dumped my own personal savings into it. And then from that point on, it's just been regenerating. Whatever it makes is whatever we're putting back into it. So we're not shutting down to work on it. We don't have a lot of money to work on it. As we kind of have enough to do a project, we may shut down a room and do the room, or shut down the lobby and do the lobby. But everything else is functional. So I know some people kind of had some questions on that, but everything's open. We are up for biz. And secondly, I've had some people from all over the world that are interested in this endeavor. It's kind of hard for them to come out and stay. So we did do we did set up a page that is I think it's Buy Me a Coffee, to kind of help my caffeine and pay for Shadow's treats as we muster through the rest of this renovation. So that's just Buy Me a Coffee / Emily Nelson. If you want to contribute anything to help the progress, I am surely not paying myself anything of what I've been doing here for years without a paycheck. So if anybody does feel inclined to donate, I mean, I would really appreciate it. The forefront of my concern is making sure this place stays up and running and can continue to employ everybody. So my pay doesn't matter. I want to make sure that this place gets to a point where I'm proud of. I want to make sure I've got good employees. I want to make sure that I've got them happy. Just wanted to touch base on that avenue. Other than that, we're going to be doing a bunch of desk work this week. Today I did some poly on that column. And tomorrow we're gonna be kind of assembling that main reception desk. Super rad, because that's like the main focal point now. It's beautiful. I do want to kind of rework that tabletop, so I'll bring you guys along and see how it turns out. All right, so today, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Progress is what we're gonna do, but this is what we're dealing with right now. I've got this kind of set. I've got this guy kind of set. There's a couple things I need from the store. So I might head over and pick those up. Kind of exciting stuff. I looked at moving that light strip forward on this counter. I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it off. So problem is, my strip lighting's already cut to size, first off. Second off, if I make this channel over here instead of over here, it is heavily glued in there, so it would have to stay in there, and then I would have to make another one. And in order to do that and maybe extend this to where there was two, I'd have to get that router pretty dang close to the metal tracking, which isn't good for router bits. I don't know, it just seems like a risk that might not end well. Then I'm just gonna have two tracks, one lit, one maybe not. I don't know, I think it might just be one of those things that I notice and I don't love, but there's no good solution to fixing it. Maybe it'll look different when it's staked. I don't want to just cut up the underside for no good reason. It took me so much effort to do that the first time, and it works technically, so maybe I'll just see if I can't. I don't know. What do you guys recommend? I'm stuck here. Today, I'm gonna be focusing on this guy. The desk here, I have a nice cute little wrap of the oak on the base, and see how it stacks. I'm actually gonna pin this board to the frame, that we have a solid connection point to the column the whole way down, but it's not necessarily gonna look just like super butted up. Hopefully the layers will play with each other, and I like the positioning. I might throw on that sconce today because the lighting is a little funky. I decided also I want to get some of the lights up. That one is really nice. This one I loathe. So I'm thinking it, I know it's definitely gotta go, but I'm thinking something orb-like with maybe like a light source in the center, very warm lit. This is too basic, honey. And it's bright white. Let me show you. Ooh, did I show you my switch for my vacancy light out front? That's what that is. But no, this, it's not the right vibe. Especially when you kind of back away from everything. It looks a little bit more yellow on camera. Definitely don't want two of them. I want something funky. Funky, I might make it, I might find it, we'll find out. All right, so the inside of that back office still needs to be baseboarded, but first we need to put the trim on the door. And in that little hallway, I'm gonna have all matching grooved trim, but I don't have enough eyeshadow for the inside too, and it's just not really worth it. So I did pull this off the front door on the interior. I did replace that stuff, so when you use it up, it's great oak, but it's gonna need a little TLC in order to look okay putting it back up. So we're gonna get all the nails out, and then we're gonna putty the holes, and then we're gonna sand it and stain it, and reuse it and keep it alive. So they went to town on this bad boy, but it's fixable. That's that solid oak. It'll stain up nice. It'll sand down. What are you up to, Ma? We have a problem. Dun, 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 dun. Not sure what was the thought process here. Measured. Well, gosh, that seems weird. Why would I do that? Because this needs to be flush. Ugh, how thick is that even? Because I thought I was gonna use 1/2 inch material. Yeah. There. Okay. Bummer. Well, got that for no reason. I don't know if I have any 1/2 inch. Send Matt to the store again. We are in staining mode. I just got that trim upstairs done. This is going to be the baseboard trimmer on the column. I will have to make a couple of chops before I mount that to the column, but we need to get that up. And we need to get this up. This is a little system I created, very fancy. I'm not sure if you can keep up with it, but it's a 2x4 with then trim on the front. We're going to use this once it dries as our spacer between the large desk and the column to give us that overhang on the counter of the reception desk. First coat went onto the secondary drawer system. We're missing a drawer there because it had to get stained. It was a later add-on. Decided there was enough space. Let's squeeze another drawer in there. So that'll need 2 more coats. And then for the back office, we have the trim stained first coat, and that'll get a second, especially on the edges, and then get mounted up after some polish. Doors hung. I do have to make a quick modification on this big old hinge, but we're gonna put the doorknob on first because I'm too excited to see what it looks like. Ooh, not that bad. Oh my gosh. She's got her bling. Oh, that looks cool. Drama. We are finishing up this lower desk. I think it's gonna be super useful. It is already being quite utilized. So it's gonna be tough to keep it clean, I guess, for the remainder, but I got some more screws. We're gonna get this all together. There's a little lip on this front edge I gotta kind of fix. Got some right size lengths of screws and we're gonna push this whole thing off. Then I got the spacer stained and it's now dried drying poly. I don't know how to even phrase that. It has it's drying,
You
I just put poly on it, now it's drying. Wow. So we're gonna use that as a spacer between the column and the reception desk, and we'll use these bad boys to screw it off. Oh, that's the floor one. Use these. You won't end up in my lap when you're trying to check in, because that's what's currently happening since our reception desk counter is not screwed off to the floor of the banquet room, and people are tumbling over it. So, gotta make it suitable for body weight. So we'll have them in the floor and in the wall. And I've got the system downstairs with this last coat of stain on it. Still gotta wait for that to dry over the weekend. We're gonna poly it, we're gonna bring it up, and we're gonna attach it to the back side of that tall desk. I've been kind of putting off staining the big boy, but it's gonna have to get done next week. So, get ready for that. I'm gonna clean this desk off though. She's pretty sturdy. There's just one more piece I'm gonna do. So I don't know if it's necessary or not. I'm gonna put one more little blocker piece in the corner because I think this kind of wants to go. And if I put this in here, let me see if it fits. Nice and tight. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so that goes there. And I can screw in the top and bottom and get a little extra more. Extra sturdy. Dab glue in it. Oh boy, oh boy. Do you think it's gonna shoot out? Let's try it. Let's see if she's sturdy.